So we asked Dr. Adutwum that, okay, you are showing us data that shows that the results are improving and are impressive. What do you attribute as Minister of Education, as the policy giver? What do you attribute to the improvement in the results that we are seeing so far of the SSC outcome? What is it? Because if you cannot tell us how the results are improving, then we don't believe that the results are actually improving in reality. But if your data shows that it's improving, there must be a policy decision behind it. What is the policy decision that is animating and giving impetus to this kind of results that we are seeing? Here is Adutwum again on that matter.
Cost barrier remover.
What is cost barrier?
The issue was that there were 100,000 students every year who couldn't go to school after they'd been admitted to senior high schools.
They couldn't because they had to pay fees.
They had to pay.
And there were those
and
who
those
were
who go, yeah. Those who go also struggled to pay.
And so occasionally they go back home.
Yes,
they are sacked, then they come back.
The first day of school, a number of them will not go and eat in the dining hall because they didn't have a sheet, an approved sheet of paper
to say you have paid your fees.
You have paid your fees. And some of them wandering around school, finishing their sheet-up, would then go home to collect the monies that their parents didn't have when they were coming to school. Some will stay there for 4 weeks, 6 weeks before
the money
they
arrives.
get the money to come. When they come back, their fears will have gone ahead and have studied better than them. How did you expect that these students could do on the WASCE? There was no way they were going to do well. So when you remove the barrier, first week of school, they are there in their numbers because there's no cost barrier. Therefore, contact hours then improves for everyone, not just for those who can afford to pay. Consequently, schools do better under a situation of free secondary education than when there's a cost barrier. Look at Presec. Of course, it's always been a great institution. Now, before free senior high school, the pass rate, the credit rate was around 95%. Now it's 98% plus. Because the few students who were bringing the scores down, now they will be there and they get quality instruction. And then on top of it, there was something called extra classes for those who could afford. So you go there, they collect the money, and those who could afford had extra tuition after school or before school. Now you don't have to pay. The government pays for the teachers to offer that extra tuition.
For every student?
Every student.
Student?
Yes, it's called academic intervention. Every year we pay about 65 million. Next week we are releasing the money by Friday for teachers to be paid that extra money for the extra work that they do for students. On top of it, you have textbooks being dispatched to the schools. And then also training of teachers.
Through licensure?
No, actually, professional development purposes. There's something called the Secondary Education Improvement Program. Under that, a lot of teachers, science teachers, especially mathematics, got special training. And the training is ongoing. In fact, we have examiners who we hire to go around and train the teachers for them. Because it's a different thing knowing how to teach and also knowing how to answer the questions.
Yeah.
So markers and examiners go around, paid for by GES, to support teachers to know the techniques and how to do well. So a number of factors account for.
The more I listen to you, Minister, the more I agree with the Dean of the Faculty of Law, Dr. Raymond Atuguba, who used to be Executive Secretary to President Mahama. He said in 2017 that Parliament should codify free SHS as a law so that in future, nobody can change it. The more I listen to you, the more I agree with him on that. These interventions are significant.
Very significant. The course of history of this country will change forever. And more so, this is an access intervention. The moment you change the quality, you build more science labs, like we've done. Then you're improving the quality of teaching and learning. The outcomes become better.
Yeah.
The more you do STEM, and you have more students getting into the STEM-related fields, the quality is improving.